As you can see, we've had 4.57 inches of rain this month, and it's not all the way through the month yet. So, had a little bit, just a trace last night. Yesterday it rained. I don't know what it did for rain. Could have been, 10th or so. It rained for over an hour here. And the day before that, we got 0.41 inches. But that being said, can't wait any longer. This is, 4 days before Memorial Day weekend. We got to get planting. So we're going to go on out and hook onto the harrows. I'll tell you what's been going on. It's been a while. So as you can see, all of my horseradish came to seed this year, and I haven't broke off the heads. I should, because it just puts all the energy into the flower head instead of into the root and stuff. That's what happens when you don't dig them for a few years. But anyway, they'll drop seed and spread. Garlic's looking good. It's looking exceptional, actually, for us. We put a bunch of compost in here. So this is almost all compost that is growing in. I haven't fertilized it, and I should have. But anyway, it's all right. It'll do what it does. It's still good eating. So my knees are both bothering me. And so I haven't been doing much filming. Just don't feel like it. I went and spent $1,400 of my own cash because the insurance wouldn't pay for the shot. It's supposed to be the same shot I got in my left knee that did perfect for 2 years. The guy didn't give me the same shot. He says he did. He says same ingredients, but it was from another manufacturer. And didn't do shit. So that's $1,400 wasted. He came up with a dozen reasons why it might not have worked, but I think it's a different material altogether, because one of them went in as like a gel shot. It was like almost a gel. The one he gave me went in like a cortisone shot. It just went right in. So anyway, it is what it is. But I got to get a couple quarts of oil, and we'll just run some old Fram 30 weight. I actually don't know if the tractor needs it, but I'm going to go down and check it. So let's go down. As you can see, I've been over the field once on this top end. The bottom I've been over twice. That's easily travelable. This right up here on these edges, pretty tough still, but it doesn't matter. Only 4 days before Memorial Day weekend, we got to get stuff planted, whether it's too wet or not. I'm going to go ahead and harrow one time. Going to mark out my potato rows. I'll make them space for 6 rows, and I'll use whatever I use, because I know I'm not going to have 6 rows, probably 4.5 or 5. But anyway, we'll see if this old girl will start here in a minute. So a fellow YouTuber the other day, he made a little video of him plowing, and the ground weren't perfect, It was, you can see this here, it packs, it's pretty wet. So he was plowing, and it was wet, about like here, a little wetter. And somebody commented, said, you're doing damage to your ground, you're making compaction and all this crap. And I wrote back, said something about not everybody has perfect soil, you got to do what you got to do. And that's how I feel about this. So if you're a farmer and you know that my soil's too wet to work, don't put it in the comments. I already know it's not perfect. But with our land, if you waited till it was perfect, you'd be in the end of July. So anyway, let's see if this old girl needs oil. It may not, I don't know. But, let's see if this second quart does it. Hopefully it will. Yep, there she is. First drop, yep. We'll just let the whole thing go in though. I don't care if it's a half quart over full. So anyway, we are ready to go. Beautiful. Yeah, turn the fuel on. Let's see what she does. May take right off, she may not. Put all that stuff back together. That's right between the cylinders. There she goes. Give her one choke. Move it to half and we'll see what she does. She is in neutral. We'll let that warm up till she stops surging hard, and then we'll take off. Just started over there, going pretty good. It is a little wet, but we're going to go down the bottom. We're going to start going back and forth side to side, and we'll work our way up. So the first 20 or 30 feet won't get doubled up, but the rest of it will get 2 passes over it by the time I get to the top. That may not be conventional harrowing, but that's how we're going to do it. It's a beautiful day, about 60 degrees, 58 to 60, somewheres in there. I didn't even look on the thermometer when I was showing you the amount of rain, but you might have noticed what the temperature was. But anyway, it's a nice day, comfortable. A little bit too cold for the mosquitoes and black flies, and it's not raining, but it is supposed to rain. We need to mow my lawn again. That's getting a little shabby. About 100 yards to that target. The other side's got a bunch of marks on it, but I turned it around when I moved it. I clink out of it, out of the top window there with a 22 once in a while. Yeah, what I'm going to do is just go back across. I've stepped up about 50, 60 feet, and we'll just set over a half a trip. So actually you go over it 4 times by the time you get to the top. So it's actually starting to sprinkle. Whatever. Up fairly good for as wet as it is. So anyway, I'll get this field done, then I'll get the John Deere B out with the row markers, and if I don't get rained out, I can feel it sprinkling pretty heavy. We'll we'll mark our potato rows here and then start laying plastic. I'm not going to pick many rocks this year because of my knees. If it's small enough to go over, I'm going to go over it. Well, this is the last trip where we're only going twice. After this, we'll have 4 passes on every section. So it's raining out a little bit, not bad. Wind's starting to come up, as you can see from the trees blowing out of the northwest. Kind of cold, but doable. axe tree last winter. The rest of them are doing all right. And I did put some more set in the harrow. The ground really isn't that bad on this lower end. If you get up there, it's a different story. But I'll bring you back when we get up to the top. Well, I went in and looked at the temperature. It was actually only 54 degrees. Now that the wind has come out of the north, averaging 5 miles an hour, it's blowing harder than that a lot. And it's raining also, you can see it in my sweatshirt. Miserable day. It's 54 degrees. I did check when I went in to get my sweatshirt. So, yeah, it was pretty nice earlier when we started, but not now. I actually had to close up the shutters. Try to get some temperature going in the engine. It's running cold. Couldn't even get the pin to come out. So we got the shut right off now. Yeah, she's up 180. That's where she should be. So, finally stopped raining. It's raining pretty hard for a little while. I contemplated whether or not I should keep going, but it stopped, so we're good. Shows some more rain coming after this, so it's gonna be one of those days. When I get in the mud, that tire there is brand new, this one here is old. It's amazing how it steers you to the left. Makes quite a difference. I gotta put the other new one on here pretty soon. I got it all mounted in the shop. Now we're getting up where it's more moisture in the ground here. That's as far as I went yesterday, and I actually got stuck up there. That's why there's so much mud on this rim. I've been stuck twice this year. Once I had to unhook from the harrows, and the other time I was able to just work it out. This corner over here, this is going to be my last time going all the way over because it's getting wetter and wetter the further up I go. Actually, I'm going to pull it early. And, it's pretty wet. I'll be starting about at the end of that green weeds there. I'll be coming down from there. We'll leave that right-hand side. Doing good. She's up to 200 degrees now. I actually probably could run that in a little bit. As far as an oil standpoint, 200 degrees, a little hot, probably ought to be 190. That would be optimum probably, but she'll come down a little bit. I can feel some heat coming off the engine anyway. That's nice. So, yeah, that last 30 feet there, we'll say to heck with that. We'll just cut it down here. Much better. Anyway, I trip across right here. If the sun was out, you'd be able to tell where you went because it would be dry a little bit. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a little bit. wait until it gets drier, but we're supposed to have showers every day this week. Thursday we're supposed to get an actual real rainy day. So we're not going to get any drier than this. So, and I have to get planted. It's not optimum, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. I'm going to try one more trip across. Hopefully I don't get stuck. That'll be as high as I'm going to go this year. Normally I go right up to the grass, but I don't think I can do it. And I might be pushing it trying to go this trip. I don't know. If I get stuck, I'll be high enough up that we can let the tractor sit there, you know. Yeah, there's water setting. Yeah, I guess we'll let it work down the hill a little bit. Yeah, water setting right there too. So yeah, then we go back up. It's the same way up in that corner, same way down that side. A lot of water. Camera here. I'm going to go up and down now because I can't go around anymore. I'm going to see how much of this top I can get done. That's always kind of iffy. I figure if I stay out here 20 feet or so, we'll see what it does. Actually not bad. It's doing better than I thought it would. That in there is real wet. Yeah, it's a little wet up here, but every trip I go, I'll set down a little bit. It'll be a little drier. This edge, I shouldn't have come over this far. But we're headed downhill, so it should pull it. But pretty wet. As you can go. So anyway, I'll put you guys up. I'm going to make about another 20-30 passes, see if I can get this top done. And that's going to be it for the year. We're going to start planting. Well, we're just coming back from taking a battery over for a core over to Cornish Auto, and just thought I'd show you this. Sun shining over there, rain in other places. It's just one of those days. It's 53 degrees outside right now according to the truck, which is usually pretty accurate. But they got the orchard here is all in bloom. And I don't know how many hives they've got there. I can see 2 there. So anyway, see you when we get home. Well, that's where we ended up with the harrows. And the old bees, it is cold. They're actually flying a little bit at 55 degrees. I don't know how they're doing it, but they are. And these guys here, I'd like to open them up and see if they're queen right or not, but I don't dare to as cold as it is, because they'd be some miserable if you opened them up. But yeah, they're flying a little bit, a couple of them. So we get to 3 of them. Hopefully after, it'll probably be at least next week before I open them, which is a long time to go without checking them, but we've just had such cold weather. So anyway, I'm going to take this hoe here, go down. I got a hole I don't know, 50, 60 feet there of rhubarb. I'm gonna do some hoeing, and that's a new area. We used to have them down back and it was flooded, and we have had a lot of water here the last few years, and I don't know, a lot of rocks. And also the killdeer have landed. I don't know, I can hear them chattering, so oh, there's a young one right there at the end of the rhubarb. 1, 2, 3 of them. I don't know where the fourth one is. Oh, there he is up there towards the hood there. All 4 of them right there. So yeah, so they made it. They just hatched about 2 days ago. And yeah, pretty darn wet, but I think I can stir it around. Might help this stuff a little bit. Well, I didn't get any potatoes done. I didn't get any rows marked. It came in and started raining, just turned everything to slop. So anyway, I came up in the wood shop, built a wood fire. You know, it's after supper now, but I dubbed around a little bit. Oh, that was the one I had done before, but I nailed a bunch of these frames together. I've got some thinner wire coming. I was hoping to get the actual steel tin coated wire. It's real light and it stretches good. You know, you can make it sound like a guitar string. This stuff here is too soft. And the only stuff I could find online was that stuff, except it's 20 thousandths or 19 thousandths, something like that. So I'm going to try it. I've never wired frames with stainless, but that's what everybody's selling. There's probably somebody out there that's still selling that tin stuff, but I couldn't find it. We'll try it. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video, everybody. Keep safe. We'll see you on the next one.